I'm about to be a happy guinea pig, but before we start, let us continue our conversation on essential oils.
Just remember the word oil. O can stand for oxygenating. I can stand for immune strengthening. And L for life regenerating.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh,
That's
okay.
essential oil.
All right.
Now, you may wonder why, Bobby here, when you sniff and said you were already energized.
Yes.
Okay. From the smell, it goes directly to your brain.
Great.
Yeah, your olfactory sense immediately goes to
Battery
your brain.
bulb.
Yeah, it's right there.
Right into the so-called limbic system.
Of course, for some people, it's much further.
And then, in that limbic system, there is that part called amygdala.
Yes.
You know what the amygdala is? That is the seat of emotion. And when you stimulate that, it releases emotional trauma, experiences, etc. That's why you feel good.
Okay.
And then from there, it goes all the way to our hypothalamus, which controls our autonomic nervous system. And that is the distribution line to all cells of the body.
Okay.
So after
Just one sniff, that's what happens?
all the cells of the
Wow.
body
All right.
in 20 minutes.
20 minutes. So you should be
Yes.
sniffing in 20?
No, no.
No,
I mean,
but
it
will
travels
happen in
through all
20
the
minutes.
cells of the body
Okay.
in 20 minutes.
That's why I'm
All
starting
Through
to
that
tingle.
smell.
Okay.
So that's how potent it is. That's why,
Alright.
I mean, essential oils have to have that mark of being certified pure and therapeutic
Therapeutic grade.
grade.
Why? What happens if you don't? What happens if you get smells like lavender?
That's
You know.
only scent grade.
Okay.
In the products, that's
Oh.
only
There's
fragrance
such, it's
grade.
just scent grade.
Right.
Also, there's
Yeah.
all these
Okay.
grades.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
all right.
Now remember, this is therapeutic grade.
Okay.
So it has to be sort of medicinal already.
Okay.
So that's why it transforms, it helps our,
Okay.
all the cells of
And
our
I'm
body.
going to assume that doTERRA is exactly that, and you
Yes.
have
Well, now
found out.
you have this range of essential oils here.
What we gave him was something that we gave him because he was feeling okay, right?
Yeah.
That
What if he
peppermint
was
and
ill?
orange.
What would
It depends on what kind of
illness?
illness or condition or discomfort that you're feeling.
I was gonna say-
a doctor again in that way. Huh?
I was going to say wilt anchang, which is world weariness, but
Okay.
that's okay.
I hear this every Friday, you know, so it's all right.
So let's say if you have a feeling of discomfort in terms of your breathing,
All right.
then we would recommend either peppermint. Isn't it your
Yeah, it clears up your,
yes,
your passages.
yes, your
yeah.
passages. And then specifically, there's essential oil that we call is a blended oil, because essential oils are either single oils, like the lemon, peppermint, lavender, melaleuca, or tea tree oil, or frankincense.
Okay.
You mentioned earlier that you use a lot
Simple
of
oil.
frankincense, yes,
Yes.
or single oils.
Single oil.
And there are what we call also the blended oils.
Blended oils.
Yeah, which wherein a lot of different oils have been combined together
Already.
to give a more synergistic and a more effective.
So what you did to me earlier was you blended two oils.
Yeah, just two
Right.
single oils. It was peppermint and wild orange. And when you when you just smelled peppermint, there were Dr. Will here said that it's oxygenating. It brings more
because
oxygen.
it brings, it really does
Yeah.
open up your air
Yes.
passages.
Even for athletes, before they play, if they smell peppermint oil, then their endurance is much better.
Okay.
Longer endurance.
I should do this before I work out every morning. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
So May, you can take it by either breathing it in. What are the other ways that you can?
I mean, that's the aroma.
Yes, the aroma.
So you,
Is that what's happening here
Yes.
behind us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
So if I just had this on in an ambient situation in my
Yeah.
home,
So-
it's good.
Yes.
These are now these are essential single oils that you are.
Diffusing, right now.
Diffusing.
Today we are diffusing peppermint and wild orange.
Okay.
What you
that's
just
what I
said.
just
That's what
had.
you have
right,
just
yeah.
had. At
That's
night,
why the studio's happy.
Everybody.
At night, sometimes I also use a different blend called Serenity, which is it's for resting,
Oh,
for
so
sleep. I don't have Serenity here
well,
right now.
it's a mixture of what?
It's lavender.
Okay, that always helps.
That's
yeah,
always
lavender.
helps, yeah, and clove and other stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So and then peace. It's also here. We also have peace,
Right.
so that for a person who is anxious.
How can I just throw that at some people who are just giving me all problems?
It might be you that's giving them their
You know what will be
problems.
better for you? Instead of throwing it to them, apply forgive on yourself.
Ah, there you go.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that
there's a
will be
blend.
more
So we
forgive.
said
Yeah.
aroma was one way. What is
Yeah.
another way?
Topical.
Topical.
Ah,
You
yeah,
just
so it
rub
gets into your
in
blood
or
system.
Massaging.
Yes.
Massaging.
Yeah. Or just by applying.
What about if you had something like a toothache or a tummy ache or a little aches like
The
that?
tummy ache, usually what we recommend either peppermint or ginger.
Okay.
Ginger.
Oh, ginger
That
for
makes sense.
stomach. That's very
Yes,
good
for
that,
digestive
yeah.
system, for your digestion.
just
Topically,
take-
you just
Topically.
topically.
Exactly.
Okay.
Oh,
And
can't you
another
take some
blend-
of that?
Not
Yeah, well, but for the throat. And yeah, for ginger tea.
Yeah, I
Yes,
love
for
that. Yeah,
digestive.
okay.
So what's the difference between taking the essential oil of salabat or ginger and making your own, putting it in a little thing and making dick? No?
Yeah.
It's the same thing?
Not
Is that what I'm doing?
exactly.
No.
Not
Okay.
exactly, because essential oils are more potent.
It's in the delivery system.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
more
the
potent.
oil is more, yeah.
Yeah,
it's
it's
All
more
right.
potent.
Yeah, okay.
Like when we talk about lemon, when people take lemon juice,
Yes.
it's like it's just the juice of the lemon, so we
Yes.
get the vitamins
Yes.
from the lemon juice. But when we use the essential oil, then we get the other components, the other health benefits from the component called limonene, which is coming from the rind of lemon.
Okay.
Am I not going to be getting that right now?
Yes. So because another way of using essential oils is internally. So you can also, like this is lemon oil. And like I always do this every time we're at a restaurant or even at home. Just a drop or two.
No, yeah, it's real, just a drop. Okay.
Sometimes a second
Right.
drop just falls.
Yes.
And then yeah, take a sip.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Only about too sweet.
It smells good
It
also,
really
right?
tastes, yeah. Oh, I can really taste it. Yeah, it's very concentrated.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
this what you call taking something sublingually also? Not really.
Sublingually, well, it's basically also internally.
Yeah.
Sublingually is you place a drop or two
Underneath
under
your
the
tongue.
tongue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Delivery
Yeah,
system.
The delivery system.
So
It's
that's when you
faster.
use like an eyedropper or something, or like
yeah,
a
or
spoon?
an eyedropper will be, or
Yeah.
medicine dropper.
Medicine dropper.
And sometimes, even On Guard, which is a protective blend, I just put it under my tongue.
Which one is this?
On
On
guard.
Guard, which is a protective blend.
Okay.
Which means what? If you don't want cancer, you know what?
Just to build your immune system.
Again, it
building
really is.
your
It's
immune-
immunities.
And it's good also if like you're starting to feel the discomforts of starting a cold.
When you
Oh.
feel a cold coming on,
Oh.
you should do
Oh,
something
okay.
like that.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
sounds
Yeah.
great.
Sounds good, yeah.
Yeah.
This actually tastes wonderful.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you very
It's like
much.
having, lemonade without the sugar.
Can I put vodka in this and then it
Oh,
becomes
sure.
you
Like
know?
it's gonna
Wow.
be like
Wow,
lemon vodka.
Exactly.
That's
It'll be
her thing.
wonderful. Absolutely. I get my, you can have the essential oils.
All right.
We do have to close very quickly, but I don't want to until you tell me a little bit about this wonderful book. It says, don't mess up like I did. What do you mean by that?
That is the summary of our health story. What
Wonderful.
I went through and what I realized and what I would like others not
To do.
to do or to experience. Our advocacy is in total health and wellness,
Yes.
but we have our sub-advocacy, and that is for cancer patients. I do believe with our health
Experiences, right?
they can handle whatever situation they have now. And if not for those who are still in the formative years, they can learn from this.
Yeah.
Please
Attitude.
come back and see us more often and tell us how we're doing and tell
Absolutely.
us if there's anything else and we should be telling our friends out there, okay?
Perfect. Thank
Ladies
you.
and
Thank you
Gentlemen,
so much. Thank
This
you.
has been
Privilege
Privilege
Card.
Card.